Oh my gosh. All right, we are live. Welcome to another episode of the Holistic Sister Circle. Today we have Lorene with us. And one thing about Lorene is a child of God, wife of 23 years. Oh my gosh, amazing. A proud mom, born in Jamaica, raised in Canada, and a registered nurse for 30 years. After burning out from bedside care, she became a certified nurse, coach, and entrepreneur, now helping others prevent disease and live with purpose, health, and joy. Lorene, I am so excited to have you
Ah,
today. Welcome.
thank you. My pleasure being here. Thank you, Bayer. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. You're so welcome. So, as we get started, can you just share with us beyond the titles? Tell us a little bit about you, your backstory, how you actually started becoming a nurse, and how
Mm.
that has led to where you are today.
Ooh. Um, so I grew up in Canada, and growing up there, I was really impacted by the health and wellness kind of movement. They really emphasized that we had a program called Participaction as kids, and they emphasized us um, getting outside, playing, being as active as possible, just working it into your regular day. That just was part of my life. And of course, we love the outdoors. And I live in Texas now, where it's really hot all the time, so can't go outside as much. So I miss that. But um, I was always an athlete, so good nutrition was always a part of my life as well. And when I got out of high school, needed to decide, okay, what am I going to do for a living? I took those, uh, those career counselor kind of quizzes that you do, those questionnaires that you do. I did them 3 different times in 3 different, yeah, scenarios. And each time nursing was top 3, nowhere on my radar. I did not think of myself as a nurse. That's not what I wanted to do. I thought I was, gonna be a, I don't know, some kind of fitness something. And so when I learned that, you can work in nursing to that health field kind of fitness thing any as well, like it's just it's flexible that way. Um And the Lord was like, okay, for that's the third time. I put it number 1 this time. Okay. So it was like, oh, okay, I hear you. Okay, fine. So I went ahead and I got through the nursing program. And my idea when I got out of nursing school was to get into health and wellness field in illness prevention um, and wellness promotion, health promotion. Uh, but there were no jobs, in that field when I got out of school, and a lot of hospitals were closing because of budget cuts and things in Canada. So I moved here to the US, and the emphasis was not on prevention, and it's gotten even further away from that through the years as I've been a nurse. And so uh when I was at the bedside and found that moving away from that more and more, and really starting to feel overworked and burnt out and mistreated. Unfortunately, that's the truth. I hate saying that, but it's the truth. We do get mistreated by patients a lot of the times. And uh, so when that time came, I looked into nurse coaching because it seemed to align really well with what I wanted to do, like, on a holistic kind of level with the patient's entire being, body, being, and, spiritual, all of the things, mind, body, and soul. And so I pivoted, got into nurse coaching, did my certification in that, got board certified for nurse coaching. And then I was introduced to the wellness company, where now I'm bringing all of those things together. And now I have products to back up that holistic uh, interest that I have in helping individuals. So
Yeah,
that's how
and
I
so
got here.
that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Can you tell us a little bit about the wellness opportunity that you're a part of? What does that look? What is that exactly?
Okay. So I share with people. The nice thing about what I do is it's really simple. It doesn't get any simpler. I still will help people with their health and wellness decisions. As a nurse coach, we come alongside people and we help them to discover for themselves what wellness means to them, what health means to them, and how they want to see and how they want to get to that place. And so, um, with the wellness store that I'm part of, I myself, I'm a product of the product. I use all of their products because they are so amazing. They are non-toxic. They are less expensive, so that helps. And so I can exchange everything in my home one to one. Most of the things that I use in the home are now part of the wellness company products because everything that I was using before, I can order through them, delivered right to my door, and they cost less. And so I broke up with, Walmart getting most of my things now from the wellness company, the wellness store. And all I do is I help people to do the same thing. I help them to set up an account so that they can do their own shopping online as well. And I mean, in the last 3 months, well, not last month, but the months before that, 68,000 people signed up to receive their products from the wellness store.
Wow,
68,000
that
because
worked
they
with
get
you.
it. That they get it because they get it.
That worked with
They
you personally.
not worked with me personally, but
Okay.
through the wellness
Wow,
store. Yeah,
that's awesome.
pretty darn cool. Yeah.
And you know something too, when I'm just learning about the wellness store from you, but years ago I actually used to sell supplements and wellness products like health well skincare and supplements,
Okay.
and I loved it. And I used to we would purchase our products and they would through an app, and
Yeah.
then they would be delivered to the door. And then we would literally do it every month. And
Yes.
one of the things that, for those of you all who don't shop this way, one of the things that I really enjoyed about it, and Lorraine, you can attest to this too, it literally taught us how to budget.
It
Because,
does.
yeah, because normally when you go to the store, you just, I mean, you find whatever and you're just putting it in your cart and just,
Yeah,
doing your thing. But
it's true.
it allowed us to budget and also know exactly when it was time to spend more money on certain things. So, for example, laundry
Love
detergent,
that.
I only had to buy it maybe 2 to 3 times a year. Where, when I went to the store to go get it, I had to get it every 4 weeks. So I saw how much I was actually saving working with that company versus just going into the store and shopping for it, myself. So yeah, I think that's awesome. That's awesome that
Yeah.
you all had that.
Yeah, that is one of the things. Not only are we concerned with the human body, but we're concerned with the environment as
Hmm.
well. We're concerned with uh, cutting down on waste. That's one of the reasons why your laundry detergent lasted so long, is
Yeah.
because it's super concentrated. Like for the same thing, you get like 100 loads, say with Tide, but with the wellness company, you're going to get 96 loads for it costs less. The bottle is just a small bottle. It's not a big jug or, the pods and things. Um, and one squirt does an entire load. So you're literally getting 96 loads out of that because we're not putting water. You're not carrying home a jug of water, people, because most of the products out there have at least 75% water. At least 75% is water. So we
Yeah.
take that water out of there, and that will also cut down on the environmental waste.
No, that's
So,
perfect. And I was also thinking too, within the same conversation of, I don't know about I don't know about you who are listening, but I mean, how many of you clean your home and you just smell all of these fumes? Maybe you're lightheaded or you get dizzy or you have to take a break because of the Lysol and the Clorox wipes and um the Comet and all the things that are
oh,
literally,
comment. Yeah,
hurting your your lungs, your nostrils, your
yeah,
everything.
They
And
are.
they're also disruptors, especially for women. When it comes
Exactly.
to our hormones and it comes to us being able to carry and things of that nature, all of these things play a toll on the body. I would
They
love for
do.
you to share that as well. Like how are the products from that standpoint too, or do you have cleaning products?
We do have cleaning products, and
Okay.
there is a study out that looked at how cleaning products affect women, not women, not just women, but people in general. And the study showed how cleaning with those products once a week is equivalent to smoking cigarettes for a pack of cigarettes for 20 years. It does just as much lung damage to the human
Wow.
body. It's a lung study that was done, a third party independent study, in fact, was done to, and yeah, it had nothing to do with our products, but our products don't have those chemicals in them. We don't have, uh, I have a list right here if I want to get more specific: parabens, dyes, phthalates, um, phosphates, um, what else? No bleach, no like chlorine bleach, and no quaternary disinfectants. Um, so they are much safer. I mean, I'll give you an example. Here's how safe they are. I've heard this several times from different people, how when they were either growing up or they know of a family who the child accidentally got into the cupboard under the sink, drank some substance, they call up the poison control and say, "Oh, my kid drank whatever it was." And they're like, "Well, okay, what was the product? Where, what, tell me exactly what the bottle says." It says, "Oh, it was from the wellness company." And they're like, "Oh, no worries. That's poison control." They're like, "Don't worry about it, because just give them some water to drink. They'll be fine. Don't even worry about it." There's no rush them to the doctor, rush them to the hospital, have them drink a gallon of milk or whatever. Nope. It's like they'll be all right. Just, and so that peace of mind for people in their homes, can you imagine? Like
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. And that is why none of our products have safety caps.
Mm.
Zero. Zero safety caps. There's no need for them. They're that safe.
Wow.
But they are still effective. There's the difference. Even though they're safer, and they are still very effective. In fact, during COVID, we have a product called Soluguard, and Soluguard um, was one of those things people were looking for. Well, what can I clean my house with? What can I clean my house with? That kind of thing. And when things were flying off of the shelves and there was nothing left, they were able to order their Soluguard through the wellness company, and it kills 99% of germs. It is recognized by the EPA as effective in that way, and that is the only plant-based product on the market that is able to kill 99.9% of harmful germs, including COVID-19. So
Wow.
people really, yeah,
That's amazing.
the only one out there. It's pretty cool.
So as we're talking about this is actually just a great segue. I know, for those who are wondering what is R3 and how does that play a role here? Can you tell us a little bit about what R3 is and how that plays a role into the wellness company?
I apologize. I did not mute this. I don't even know. Let me see if I can mute this. Sorry about that. Um, so R3 was introduced to the wellness company by a nutritionist, who she herself struggled with um, making poor eating food decisions, and she struggled with uh, maybe I want to say there's just eating wrong, like eating and not eating for health and wellness. She was athletic, but always struggled, had a battle with food back and forth, and so she worked on it over time and came up with a method that worked really well for her and works really well for others in order to um, not just physically change your body, but emotionally, mentally, um, helps people as well. So there's a mental uh, um, what do you say, aspect of it, of the plan, and it is not a diet. It is a lifestyle, and it's a sustainable lifestyle because you are gradually um, reintroducing things back into your diet that you would normally eat on a day-to-day basis. So um, for myself, I it's important to me to help people, especially women over 40, even 35, who are starting to experience hormonal changes, but to help to guide them uh, into making those better decisions for their health and their wellness. I like to think about it as empowering women in their midlife to reclaim their health through this sustainable lifestyle transformation called R3. Does that answer your question? I think I kind of.
Yeah, no, it does. I wanted to know now I would like to know, how does R3 coincide with the wellness
Oh,
company?
so
Yeah,
the so how that does is uh, the way that the program is set up. You are eating every 2 to 3 hours, and it's important to incorporate. There are seven um, uh, what do they call them? There are seven important aspects of this wellness program. And let me see here. It's right here. Let me see. I want to say habits of total wellness that we incorporate in. And of the seven habits, one of them is supplements. It's important to supplement your body because the soils, as we know, and it's been studied and reported and all of that, our soils are depleted of nutrients. Uh, Here in the US. And so it's important to provide supplementation for that depletion. And so that's how R3 incorporates the wellness company, is because our supplements are superior as well, because, and again, third party tested. They We have a patent on it called Oligo, and Oligo makes it so that our body recognizes the supplement, the nutrients itself, uh, just like it would if you're eating directly from the plant. And so it absorbs into our systems and doesn't get flushed down the toilet, so to speak, like other supplements do. And so that's how R3 kind of incorporates. We also, with the eating every 2 to 3 hours, we have um, we have nutrition bars that are high in protein, because we emphasize protein in this program as well. And we have what's called GC Control. GC Control is a shake that is low on the glycemic index, and that helps to stabilize your blood sugar. And stabilizing your blood sugar is another key factor in maintaining a healthy weight. If you're, especially if you're trying to lose weight, but maintaining healthy nutrition and healthy weight is stabilizing that blood sugar. If you don't have that high with that sugar spike, you're not going to have that deep, dip once that sugar is used up in your system. That's what causes cravings. So those cravings are controlled, especially during that first 2 weeks. That's the reset phase. During the reset phase, you're pretty much, you can have 80% from what's called the yes list, and those are low glycemic index foods, and 20% from the no list, and the no list is the higher glycemic index foods. And so if you're staying with the 80-20, you're going to see that reduction in weight. You're going to see that stabilization in that blood sugar, which is most important to get your health back.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. What are the other habits? Because I know you said there were
Okay.
seven. I would
Okay.
love to know. Yeah, I'm curious.
So, the most important healthy habit is community. It's very important to um, be in, that's one of those things that was like an aha moment for me, was that we people do much better changing our lifestyle when we're in community with others, when we have the
Right.
support from others who are going through the exact same thing that we are, that they understand where we're coming from, that they have the same struggles that we do, and that we're accepted by that community. Because a lot of times, when you're embarking on, say, a diet, quote unquote a diet, and you don't have that support, you fall away really quickly because there's a lot of negativity, or you have that self-doubt, or you have naysayers who are just like, oh, what are you doing, why are you doing that, or just not believing in you at all. And it helps you to believe in yourself too when you have other people just spurring you on, encouraging you, and holding you accountable. The second one is nutrition. Of course, that's the R3 program itself, sticking with the 80% from the yes list, the low glycemic foods, and then 20% from the no list. The third one is supplements. So I talked a little bit about supplements already, and that's where the wellness company comes in and provides those supplements for you. Because of the depleted soils, we need to get that extra supplementation from somewhere so that we're having the balance in our diet. Plus our supplements really for me personally, let me talk to you personally. When I started taking these supplements, I was in the throes of menopause, like perimenopause. I was having my hot flashes. I had stiff, achy joints. The bottoms of my feet when I got up in the morning were sore. I couldn't, everything was just stiff and sore, and I was fatigued. So when I started taking the supplements, after about the third week, I got up out of bed, and this was huge for me. I got up out of bed and I was like, my feet don't hurt. Like my feet don't, I was like jumping up and down. My feet don't hurt. And then I was like this with my hands, just wiggling my fingers, going, all of that inflammation was gone. So it
Wow.
actually did what they say they're going to do. So that was huge for me. So in that way, it's going to help to support your weight loss as well. Of course, we need water. We're mostly made up of water. 65 to 75% of our bodies is water. So it's important to make sure that we're replenishing the water that we use throughout the day. It helps our organs to function properly. It hydrates our systems, our organs. It lubricates our joints. So it's really important to be well hydrated for our body functioning each day. Exercise. It is recommended that we do 150 minutes of exercise daily, and that is by a physician's recommendation. 50 minutes of, did I say daily? I apologize. Weekly. So weekly.
Yeah, I'm like, you
150,
didn't say daily. I'm like, oh my gosh,
150.
I'm not working out enough. Tell me what else do I need to do?
Yeah, you're exercising all day long. Yeah. So that's weekly. So it's important to get your body moving, keep your body moving. It helps to support weight loss, of course, and then silence, believe it or not. And so this is where that holistic piece comes in. That's really important to me, is practicing silence each day. Our bodies, our minds, we're constantly, you and I, we know that we're going constantly. You've got kids, you've got the house to take care of, you've got your job, you've got all these things going on around you. You've got, I mean, and I mentioned kids. I'm not just talking about kids. I'm talking about taking the kids here, there, and everywhere. And then school is in, and then you're doing school activities as well. So there's all of that to keep in mind. So it's important to unplug, that self-care piece. Unplug, just go find a quiet space, silence, even for 5 minutes, just where it's calm and peaceful. Helps your cells even to rejuvenate, helps your mind to rejuvenate, and to reset itself, and just helps that uh, calmness to come over you. Cortisol drops, and when we have a drop in cortisol, we're going to release weight a whole lot easier. So that's helpful as well. The last one is sleep, getting enough sleep. Again, the cortisol level is going to drop when you get enough sleep. You have a chance for your body to repair, not just, not just in this case, replenish itself, but to actually repair itself during the sleep phase. And so that's really important. It helps with regulating uh, your mood as well. And I just the other day, some expert was on a podcast and talking about how sleep is directly correlates to your lifespan. So the less sleep that you get, the you're not gonna live as long. The more sleep that you get, it increases your ability to live longer. So I thought that
Wow.
was quite interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for just sharing the 7 habits, because I'm literally taking some mental notes, and I'm like, okay, after this episode, I'm going to write it down. What would you say, just from practicality, if someone were looking to, change their lifestyle, they wanted to connect with you on this process or on this journey, what would you say the first step that they would need to take would be?
Well, they can contact me through Facebook, really. My name on Facebook is Lorene L. Fields. And then Instagram, it's Wellness Coach Lorene, Loreen. That's a good way to get a hold of me. But I have some links on my Facebook profile page that people can reach me through. So that's probably your best bet. And you can always messenger me as
Okay.
well. Pretty simple. I keep it simple. I don't try, I'm not trying to
No,
be fancy or anything like that. I just,
no, yeah, this is great too. And when they do message you or they contact you, should it be for something specific? So, like, if they wanted to, connect further regarding products and outside of products, is it also a coaching aspect to it
oh,
as well? What does that look
so
like?
what I do is, yes, I do help people to set up an account for those products that are less toxic and help them and walk them through all the benefits of the program and walk them through all the benefits of the bonuses that they get when they enroll and tell them what's required with the enrollment. I do also, one thing I need to mention is that the R3 program itself is free.
Mm.
R3 is free. And so I do share R3 with people, and I offer my once they if they do enroll with the wellness company and start getting those supplements and things, I offer my coaching free to them because what I do is I have a Thursday night uh, Zoom where I will get on with people and I will help them stay on track, know where they're going. I'll be their accountability, do that kind of thing with a community. And I kind of just lead that community. I'm just the
Oh,
facilitator and I
amazing.
have the community meet together and coach them through their program.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
so those are kind of the things that I do.
I love that.
So
Well,
I get
Lorraine,
to still use it. Yay.
no, this is great. Well, Lorraine, thank you so much. This has been amazing. Learning about R3, learning about the 7 habits. I'm sure people have so much to take away from this. So if you have questions for Lorraine, again, please message her either on Facebook or Instagram. And then all of her links as well will also be in the show notes of this episode. So please continue to stay in touch with her. And until next time, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you. It was such a pleasure being here, Valeria. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.